Worldwide, agriculture is the second largest source of climate change pollution. Both manufacturing and application of fertilizers has a heavy emission toll. Yet, we continue to heavily depend on these unsustainable fertilizers for our crops. Good day to everyone. We are Team Fertilizer of the Sea, FOTS, and today we are here to introduce our solution to tackle fertilizer cost pollution. FOTS is a manufacturer that uses seaweed as the main feedstock component for biochar fertilizers to serve banana farmers in Indonesia. Our business model allows us to benefit both ends of the supply chain in the long run. Current studies have shown that biochar helps to increase soil quality and provide a cumulatively better yield. They are all very attractive to banana farmers despite higher costs in the short run. Moving on, banana farms are the first type of farms we decided to target as it is the most produced fruit in the world and requires large amount of fertilizers. It is also an essential staple crop for many. Our biochar will largely be made from farm seaweed as it is easy to grow, versatile, and beneficial to ocean ecosystems. While we acknowledge the risks of seaweed farming, science have aptly prepared us on how to mitigate them. Our customer acquisition strategy will focus on building community and conducting pilots before scaling to other smallholder and conglomerate farms. We will work on raising awareness and fostering trust, then engaging with younger farmers to be early adopters. After monitoring the results from initial crop cycles, we can better communicate our biochar effectiveness to the rest of the community for larger scale adoption. To facilitate our entry into the market, we focus on partnering with local sales agents to foster trust with local communities and build trust through providing samples to the farmers to prove the success of our formulas. Following which, we leverage our proof to conduct engagement with a wider set of farmers and conduct assurance for existing customers to reduce churn. Given that we are a manufacturing business model, our supplier acquisition strategy is equally pertinent, where we focus on selecting seaweed farmers who have proven track records of seaweed harvest and have minimum distance between our pyrolysis site and end banana farmers. As we scale, our goal is to onboard larger scale seaweed farmers so that we can enter favorable price contracts and gain access to a higher volume of seaweed of similar quality. Overall, we plan to execute both strategies simultaneously, allowing us to obtain commercial scalability within a span of 18 months, but the initial proofs will allow us to further refine our biochar blend and eventually scale to other crops. Next up, our proprietary biochar blend will focus on a mix of both seaweed and lignocellulosic feedstock, providing a balance between nutrient application and retention. It will help retention of nutrition, act as a carbon sequestration mechanism, and neutralize the pH levels of soil, preventing runoff pollution. Research has shown that an ideal mix would be a 70-30 mix of biochar at temperature of 400 degrees Celsius. Existing technology can be modeled to produce biochar continuously or in batches, pausing it to meet commercially scalability with minimal labor input on our end. To appeal to seaweed farmers, we can promise to help them regulate their income by helping them plan their harvest strategically against seasonal changes. We can also procure seaweed at contract pricing renewed annually, helping to address the problem of volatile and unfair pricing faced by these farmers. Seaweed farming can also be a sustainable alternative to fishing in regions where the marine life is rapidly decreasing. What gives us our confidence in our biochar fertilizer is the rising application of it as a fertilizer, with a wide range of companies across the US, Canada, and India. The hurdles that have stopped the scaling of the seaweed as a primary feedstock is due to a lack of research into the process, lack of available seaweed within the vicinity from most arable farmlands, and the cost advantage of cellulosic feedstock. But we believe Indonesia's unique geographical position bridges the issue of distance and cost advantage of terrestrial-based feedstock due to its structure that places seaweed farms near the terrestrial-based farms. The value proposition requires a capital investment of $70,000 and has a payback period of 8 years. Our forecasts are made based on relatively conservative assumptions and the average industry performance. We have two streams of revenue, natural and organic biochar. Our price points are poised to be level and competitive, and our expectations regarding consumer engagement and retention are extremely conservative. Yet our forecasts still remain exponential growth in revenue and customers in the first 10 years. While our analysis concluded that we are likely to be profitable in 4.5 years, we have conducted a sensitivity analysis that confirms we will achieve a net profit within our 4th and 5th year. From a supply chain perspective, FOTS benefits everyone in the long run. FOTS improves the crop yield of banana farmers and drives domestic demands for seaweed harvest, supporting the income of farmers while supporting the longevity of agricultural soil. Lastly, the impacts. We have identified We have identified 4 key risks our business may face in terms of cost, seaweed supply, and reputation, and we have processes in place to mitigate them. From the table, you can see we have clearly identified their likelihood of happening, their impact, and how we have made plans to mitigate them. At the end of the day, what we want is for everyone in our value chain to attain more sustainable income in the long run, while mitigating the harmful environmental impacts from fertilizer usage, whether it be farmers, producers, or consumers at the very end. Besides that, we also aim to contribute to UN SDGs in the following ways. That marks the end of our main deck. Thank you for your kind attention.